Thank y'all so much for joining the workshop that we're going to be going over today. We do a monthly workshop, just so you know. And the workshop this month is really the new SEO formula for roofers, right? Just straight out of the oven, whatever you want to call it, for 2024. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first of all, who am I? My name is Chris Hunter. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of roofingsites.com. I am also the author of the Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. If you do not have this book, that is 336 pages of my past 20 years of knowledge inside of the digital marketing industry. If you don't have this in your hands, head over to our website. Go to go.roofingsites.com and go get this, and we will send it to you for free. I am a member of NRCA, RCAT, ARCA, and a whole bunch of other organizations. If you're coming in, you are a roofing contractor, you know what most of those means. RCAT is the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas. It's a mouthful. And HARCA is the Houston Area Roofing Contractors Association. So we are members of all of those. I'm a father of three. I have three. God has blessed me with some really wonderful children. One Eagle Scout, one very close to being an Eagle Scout, and a daughter that likes to give me gray hairs. Yeah, she's 12 and thinks she's about 22. So, okay, I've been doing SEO since 1998. Really, really long time. If you do your history on that and a history check on that, that was before Google, right? My first website that I ever ranked was on Yahoo, in fact, and it was my own website. And when I got out of the military, if you can see me, I was working on this jet right behind me called the F-117 in the United States Air Force. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life because I figured out I did not like working on the flight line, like working on jets. So I decided to start up a web design firm. Doing that, I decided, you know what, I kind of need to learn how to rank on this new thing called Google. Okay. So I started doing all that kind of stuff and haven't really looked back ever since. Okay. So random fact about me, I love to smoke Texas barbecue. If you like brisket and sausage and all sorts of other kinds of meats that are smoked, that is exactly what I love to do pretty much every Sunday. That is my happy time is doing that kind of stuff. And honestly, my family loves it. I'm on a mission to double the size of 100 roofing companies by 2028. That is my big, hairy, audacious goal. If you're familiar with Entrepreneurial Operating System, we've been on EOS since 2018, and that was one of the things that we identified is that we wanted to really help roofing companies grow. Part of that is the book, okay, the Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. The other parts of it are that, we help roofers with their digital marketing. We also have a roofing marketing academy if you want to learn how to do all of this stuff that we do on a regular basis. All right, but that's not what we're here for, right? Let's go ahead and jump into it. The problem with roofing these days is that there's too many choices. There's way too many choices. There's way too many roofers that are out there in pretty much every market. Since 2024, there's a lot of people that have entered the market. And so the problem with that on the consumer side of things, right? And I'm approaching this from a consumer side, is that there's just too many. They don't know who to go with. They don't know, who to call. And so the problem with the shift since 2020, right? And we're in 2024 now, right? So the shift since our COVID lockdown is that these $1,000 machines that sit in everybody's pockets has now turned into the main primary research vehicle, right? They are researching you before you even know that they call you. So with that, in every market, I believe that you should be the choice versus a choice. Since there are so many of y'all out there and very few of you actually have your marketing straight, right? Meaning that you have all of the systems in place. You have all of we call them machines here at roofingsites.com. We call these machines, but the overall system that you have is broken. It's not working. Right? I was talking with a roofer literally yesterday, and he told me he got rid of his website. I was like, what? Why did you get rid of a website? That makes no sense. That's exactly how people find you. That's how people call you. That's what Google wants you to have. You can't be on Google without a website these days. Okay. So part of what we're going to talk about is the basis of everything there is that your website is everything, right? And so we have to ensure that it is authoritative in your market. Now, I got to say, most marketing, right? Most people, when I talk with them, they have no idea. They don't have any kind of systems in place for marketing. Okay. They might do some door knocking, or they might have, have a website, but it's a one-page website. Okay. And they don't really have a system in place for their marketing. So part of what we're going to go over today is really what that system, I believe, should be. It's my system. It's what I wrote my book on. It's what I believe that every single company in the United States, well, in the world, should be running on this system. The big problem here is that most people don't really know what a good marketing strategy is. Okay. So let's talk about that. This is my 4R roofing marketing machine. This is exactly what I wrote my book on, and it's made up of 4 pillars. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. If you want to learn more about this, I've got tons of content on YouTube that you can go and look at. But basically, we have the base pillar of reputation, because nothing that you do above this pillar is going to work if you don't have a solid reputation. Just like a house has to have a solid foundation, your marketing has to have a solid foundation of your reputation. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Next pillar is reach. This is when most people talk about marketing, this is what they are talking about. Okay. And the reach pillar is great because this is where we lump all of the tactics in on getting you in front of more people today than knew about you yesterday. Okay. This is search engine optimization, Google Maps, Facebook ads, Google ads, content marketing. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, right? There's lots of things that you can do in order to get in front of your target audience. The next pillar is resell, right? The latest research shows that we are 15 times more likely to sell to somebody that has had a positive experience with us. We're 15 times more likely to sell to those people. But yet when I talk to roofers, very few of y'all actually, one, have a database full of emails, contacts, and mobile phone numbers, okay, of your past customers. Very few of y'all actually have that. The ones that do have a CRM in place, but yet they have never gone back to those people to ask for either to look up on your roof again, right? Get up on your roof and inspect it. Or number 2, cross-sell with your other services, because almost all roofers have other services. You have gutters and windows and siding and solar, and the list goes on, right? But most of y'all, and I'm lumping everybody here in general, most of y'all have not gone back to that and dipped into that that list of people that you have worked with before. So that's what this pillar is for. Next pillar is referral. This is how we build our business from the beginning, right? This is how most of us build our business. But yet the larger that you scale, the more employees that you have, the bigger that your company gets, the harder it is to have a referral system in place. When I talk to most roofers, right, the smaller roofing companies say, yes, I've got a referral program. Okay, great. What is it? Well, sometimes I give this and sometimes I do that. The thing with referral program is that you need to have it set in stone. This is what we do every time. This is the SOP for it. This is the system for referrals. This is what we do to compensate people. And by the way, all of my employees, all of my customers, everybody who is in my world knows about my referral program. Okay. So these are the 4 pillars. I call this an evergreen system because, things can be taken out of this system, right? Things like, 20 years ago, a very common item in the reach pillar, right? Very common item there was Yellow Pages. Well, guess what's replaced Yellow Pages? Again, this $1,000 machine sitting in your pocket and Google. Okay. Yellow Pages is no longer, and really honestly never was, in my reach pillar. Okay. For roofers 20 years ago, probably. Yeah. I'll give you that. But other things that you notice aren't in here, right, are TV, radio, billboards. I mean, there's all sorts of things that you can do inside of that pillar. What we have found to work is the stuff that you're seeing right here. This is the system. All right. So let's keep on going here. Let's talk more about SEO, right? And let's get into what we are talking about here. What I'm going to talk about and what I believe search engine optimization is, okay, getting ranked on Google. That's what it's for. Why do we want to get ranked on Google? Well, to me, it's a no-brainer. To y'all, it might not be, right? But it is the highest buyer intent source out there right now. People are going to Google to search for your services in your service area. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. We want to focus on Google for your roofing company first. Okay. Because it's the highest buyer intent. A lot of roofers, when I talk to them, they'll say, yeah, we've tried Facebook ads, but it didn't really work. We tried Instagram ads. It didn't really work. We tried YouTube. We tried all these different things, right? Well, I'll tell you why it didn't work. Facebook ads, they're not going to Facebook and Instagram to find you, right? They don't go into the search. I don't never use the search, honestly, inside of Facebook or Instagram. There's a search feature, but I don't ever use it. If I'm going to search for a service, if I'm needing to find a roofer to come up on my roof and I got a leak, I'm going to Google, right? I'm not going to Facebook. I'm going to Facebook to see pictures of my friends' dogs, cats, food, kids, whatever, right? I'm going there to find out what's happening with my friends, okay, and the people that are in my circles. I'm not going there to find a roofer, and that's just a straight fact on that. So we want to concentrate. What we do for our clients is mainly we're concentrating inside of Google, okay? Now, real quick here, just to show that we know what we're doing here, I took some screenshots from our ranking tracking software this morning, okay? This is a screenshot of one of our clients that has 2,011 pages in first place. First place. That means they are number one inside of Google for 2111 keywords. Almost all of their pages, they have 3,149 pages. All of those are on the first page. Okay, pretty cool, right? Next, see if I can get there. Okay, is first place. We have 1748 with this client. We've got on the first page 2,693. Right on this client 1,561 as first place inside of Google. First page 2,537. Right, the list kind of goes on and on. Right, and there's a lot of we've kind of figured out this SEO formula for roofers. There's another one 453 in the first place. Right, these guys have only just started. So what we do with our clients is that we add pages, and we're going to get into some of this, but we add pages that match up with the keyword searches, okay? And all of our clients start out with 400 of those pages, which match up, by the way, with those keywords. So that's what we're talking about here, okay? And we add to their website over time. They get 400 every single quarter until they get to around 4,000 pages, all right? All right, so here is how you dominate Google, all right? There are 4 spots inside of Google, the Google search engine result page. Anytime you do a search for a roofing company near me, roofing company I'm in College Station, Texas. So most likely I would search for a College Station, roofing company in College Station, Texas, roofer in College Station, Texas, roofing contractor in College Station, Texas, College Station, Texas roofing. So these are all different search terms, right? But the point is that for every time that I type that in, you're going to see 4 main areas inside of Google. The first one is local service ads. Sometimes this shows up, sometimes this doesn't. Google, this is a new area for Google. This is the Google guaranteed ads. Okay. Google is turning into Home Advisor, meaning that you can pay per lead that you get off of their platform. Okay. That's what local service ads are. The thing with local service ads, and I'm not going to dip into that very much here because we just don't have enough time for all of this stuff, but local service ads are important because Google is placing more and more importance on that area. Okay. It is tied directly to your Google business profile. It is very important for you to get reviews and to work their system. Okay. If you want to be able to get leads from Google in that spot. Okay. The next one is Google Ads. We all know this, right? Google Ads have been around for a long time, right? And we offer that to clients and it does work to get you leads on a regular basis. Okay, you have to have a budget. You pay Google in order to it's a pay per click, not a pay per lead like the local service ads are. It's a pay per click scenario inside of the Google Ads area. The next one is Google Maps. Google Maps is the third area inside of every Google search engine result page. Okay, we all know what Maps is. It used to be on the side. It used to be a 6-pack. They moved it over to right in the middle of the search engine result page. it's down now to 3. Okay. So it's commonly referred to as the 3-pack. What we're going to talk about today are these last 2 areas, Google Maps and organic. Okay. Because these 2 are very tightly tied together. Okay. So we want to make sure that we are strong, that we are authoritative on both of those areas. So next, let's talk about, actually, this is an illustration. I took a screenshot this morning and did an illustration of what these 4 areas are. Okay. So that top one, again, is local service ads. The other one is Google Ads. The other one here is Maps. That's a 3-pack. And the other one is organic. Okay. So these 2 areas are what we want to focus on today. So let's talk about the 3-pack. All right. Number 1, the 3-pack, in order to get ranked inside of the Maps 3-pack. Okay. And by the way, there's only 3 spots. Okay. It's not like organic where there is 10 spots for organic. It's only got 3 spots. So it's highly, highly competitive. All right. The first rule of thumb when it comes to Maps 3-packs and ranking inside of the 3-packs is that is very proximity based. Okay. Meaning that wherever that the searcher is and they do that search, whether it's on a computer, a tablet, or their $1,000 machine sitting in their pocket, right? These iPhones or Androids. Okay. Where they are and where you are and where your PIN is and your address is for your Google business profile is very, very important because it's the closer that is to the searcher, the better. Okay. Number 2, you have to have nowadays a real office. Okay. Real offices, meaning an actual physical office space, is important in Google's eyes. You're going to rank above anyone else that has a service area business, meaning that you set it up probably from your home and then you set it up as a service area inside a Google business profile. You want a real office nowadays. Okay. That's just super important. And this is Google saying this stuff. Number 3, you have to have reviews. Okay. They have to be consistently gotten. They have to be good reviews, right? They have to be a steady stream of reviews coming into your business if you want to rank inside of the 3-pack. The last here, and this is something that Google has thrown out there in the past 5 years. Remember, I've been doing this for 20 plus years, right? We've all in the SEO industry have been guessing, well, Google came up with a formula and gave us that formula. And it's called EAT, EEAT. Okay. What that stands for is expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. All right. Those EAT. That's been out there for a long time. And they threw another one at us about 2 years ago called experience. So what does this all mean? Expertise. Are you an expert in your area? They're not going to rank you unless you are. Is your website authoritative? Okay. Are you the authority in your market? If so, then yes, they're going to place more importance on your website and therefore rank you. Trustworthiness. If you're not trustworthy, if your reviews, again, going back to the reviews, if you have, 2-star reviews, 1-star reviews, a whole bunch of those, right? And not enough 4 and 5-star reviews, they're not going to rank you in the 3-pack. Okay. That's why those reviews, getting those reviews on a steady basis is so important. And then the last one is experience. So experience is the last thing that they have thrown at us. And basically this is what's the user experience on your website. Okay. Does it load fast? Does it actually have call to actions? Do people stay on your website or do they bounce? If they bounce, if they don't stay on your website, if the website loads slow, they're not going to rank you inside of the 3-pack. Okay. So these are the 4 main things that we see and that what we work on for our clients: proximity, real office, reviews, and EAT, EEAT. Okay. So next, let's talk about organic, right? The organic area is the area below the maps. Why is this important? Why is this area important? Well, because I believe the more that you take up, the more spots that you take up on the search engine result page, okay, for that search, the more spots that you take up, the more chance that you're giving yourself to get a lead in. And that's what we all want, right? We want people calling us. I don't know about you. All right, I'm going to throw a fishing metaphor out there. Okay. I like my son is an absolute star when it comes to fishing. Loves fishing, bass fishing specifically, but any kind of fishing, he loves it. When we go fishing, he likes to put multiple poles out there. Okay. And I don't know about you. If I'm fishing, I'd rather have a whole bunch of poles in the water than one. Okay. So that's why I think that you need to also focus on organic. Now, the other part of this, and taking up as many spots as possible, the other part is that organic and maps are very tightly tied to each other. Okay. So some of the same things are going to make, apply. EAT is one of those. Remember, that's experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. Okay. We got to make sure that we are demonstrating all of these things to Google, or else they're just not going to rank us. Okay. Number 2, landing pages. This is our big one, right? And this is what I found out a long time ago, is that if you match up a singular page with a singular keyword search, right? Roofing contractor and roofing company are 2 different searches. Roofer is a third one. Roofing by itself is a fourth one. Okay. So if you can imagine, if you set up your service pages to match up with the areas that you wanted to rank in, and then you take that whole list of keywords, right? You're putting a whole bunch of poles in the water. Okay. And it's important to do this. The next thing is backlinks. Backlinks are super, super important. Okay. These are what really Google, when you look back at the history of Google, this is what they originally started their algorithm based off of, was the backlinks, right? Because before that, on Yahoo, and like I mentioned at the very beginning, my first website that I ranked was my own website on Yahoo. Okay. And that was a royal pain, by the way. That took 6 months to a year to get listed on Yahoo. These guys right out at Stanford were like, they were computer science geeks, and they were trying to figure out a better way to do this, because Yahoo essentially was a directory. It wasn't a search engine. You could search on it and find someone inside of that had that, but it required a human to put someone into that directory. Okay. So it took an immense amount of time, especially the larger that the internet got. Now, if you imagine back in 1999, when they first started Google, right, Yahoo was very, very big. In fact, these guys at Google went to Yahoo and said, hey, we've got this great idea that we can create this server that will go out and get the entire internet, and we're going to rank it based off of a few things. Okay. Long story short, one of those few things was backlinks. That was the main thing. They called it PageRank. Backlinks still to this day in 2024 are very important. The more backlinks that you have coming to your website that are quality backlinks, okay, but they threw the quality part in there in about 2010, 2011, when they introduced which one was it? That was the Panda update, okay, that completely broke the internet, right? Every single SEO was out there because people were building a whole bunch of backlinks, right, to websites, but they weren't quality backlinks. So Google put an algorithm change out there that threw in the quality part, okay? They had to be trustworthy links. And this is where the trustworthiness comes in inside the EAT formula. Okay, are the backlinks. Next one, and this is super important. I call it spider food. If you think about what Google consumes, okay, Google consumes text specifically. Okay, the spiders go to your website on whatever basis, right? Either they were told to go to your website or they found your website through one of these backlinks. Okay, the spiders, this is the search engine algorithm that was built originally by the Google guys, right? And this algorithm, this software program goes from one web page to another web page. Okay, that's what it does. It spiders. Okay. And if you think about the web, the internet, as like a big spider web, which essentially it is, it's a whole bunch of interconnecting, pages on the internet and websites on the internet. In order to get those spiders to your website, you got to feed them. Okay. We feed them with content, and we feed them with content on a regular basis by the use of creating educational material inside of blogs. And then we share them out to the internet to attract those search engine spiders. So we call these blogs spider food. This is my formula. This is our recipe. This is what we do here for our clients and have done for the past, I think 2005 is when we really started formalizing this, okay, for our clients, because I had a roofing company owner here in College Station that begged me to do for him what we had done for ourselves, okay? And so we started formulating this formula here. All right, so pretty easy. At the center, we've got our website, okay? We've got our website right here. We add landing pages next. These are those pages that are based off of the services plus location. So we add landing pages, and then we add the spider food. We add articles. Okay, this is content. This is text specifically. It's got images. It's possibly got some videos. It got other things in there, but the main meat of everything is text. Text that matches up, by the way, with what we're linking to, because we're going to link inside of this article to these landing pages. That's the very foundation of our formula. The next is that we share those articles out to social media. Now, 2005, social media didn't exist. We shared them out to, tons of other types of websites. These were link bookmarking websites. We found that Google's spiders would go to those websites, right, on a regular basis and spider those links and go to these other articles sitting out here. Okay. Once we started using more and more social media, it just makes sense to leverage the content that you're creating inside of your social channels, right? And so we're just sharing that content. Again, it's educational in nature, so it's good for the user. It's good for the end user. It's good for, in y'all's case, it's good for the homeowners, right? These are educational in nature, and they have lots of great tips in them, right? Things to look out for, those types of things, right? But we're sharing them on social media. Okay. The spiders are going to come back over here. Let's say they come from Twitter, this is now X, right? But most people still know it as Twitter. So it comes from Twitter, comes on over to this article, and then comes over, because we've linked from the articles to the landing pages. It then spiders over to the landing pages. And over time, what happens is that this landing page then goes up in the search engines, right? Over time, the more of these articles that we're linking to this landing page, the more that this goes up. All right. Everybody with me so far on this? So we have landing pages, we have articles, and we're sharing those out to social media. Okay. So the next step here is to create links to your website, right? Remember, this is what Google is based off of. Not just, social media links. These are good, but these don't last very long, right? And nowadays, Google doesn't place a whole lot of importance on this, but this again is to attract the search engine spiders. I'm going to attempt to create a spider. We've got 8 legs, right? So spider is going to go to Twitter. It's going to follow the link to the article right here, right? It's going to follow it from the article to the landing page. Okay. And this is the end point. Well, when we create links, what type of links should we create? Google really likes the basic type stuff first. Okay. Your Chamber of Commerce listing, make sure that link works. Make sure that link's going back to your main homepage. Make sure that it actually matches up with that homepage. Okay. If your homepage, when you type it in and it sometimes turns into a different thing, like let's say it adds a www to it, you want to make sure that you link to that link. Make it consistent. Okay. But make sure that you've got your Chamber of Commerce, your Better Business Bureau, NRCA, whatever, HARCA or RCAT like we are. All of those listings for us link back to our website. Okay. These are all providing context for Google saying, hey, this is important. This website is important. It's trustworthy because these are trustworthy links. Okay. Now, what other places can you get links from? Well, I call these power links. These are really powerful. And if you notice, these links go to our landing pages. We like to use, and this is the secret here. Okay. This is one of our secret sauces. So pay attention. We like to use news websites. It's easy, right? So news websites, these are very, very powerful links. Okay. We do these in the form of a lot of press releases sometimes. Okay. But these all link back to these landing pages here. Okay. Sometimes we'll also link back to these articles because we'll be creating a press release about the article. But guess what happens? Because this is linked back over here, Google Spider is going to come here to here to here. Okay. This again is the endpoint. The more that we do this on a regular basis, the more that Google is going to reward us with something called rankings inside of the organic area and the 3-pack. Okay. Right now, what I want you to do is use this QR code and go download the workbook. Okay. So this workbook is at roofingsites.com/SEO workbook. This workbook, I gave you some really cool resources. I like to do workbooks because it gives you something actionable that you can take back to your company. Again, our goal is for you to double in size. So in the workbook here, we've got the 4R roofing marketing system. This is, what we went over earlier with the 4 pillars. But down here, I gave you some really cool things. One, we have an ultimate SEO checklist. If you open that up, okay, we just put this together. This is literally a checklist of exactly what you need to do in order to rank your website. Okay, this is an SEO action plan checklist. Inside of it, it's got links to SOPs, right? We have created SOPs, obviously, for ourselves, standard operating procedures. We also have some templates in here that you can click through and link to. Go ahead and look through this. I'm not going to spend hardly any time on this. This is literally a checklist that you can go down and check off. Yes, I did this, or no, I did not. All right. So there was a study that was put out, and it's been going out for almost 15 years now. And basically this study is an audit. It's a survey of the top SEO agencies in the world. Okay. What I did, and it's got a list of all of the things that they vote on every year. Okay. This goes out every single year. And basically all of these SEO companies say, this is important, this is important, this is important, kind of a thing. So I took the top 10 factors for every single one of these. All right. So this is it Letterman that used to do the top 10, right? This is the top 10. He used to do the little pencil and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is the top 10 3-pack ranking factors. Number 1, primary category. Make sure that you have your primary category set in your Google business profile. All right. That's a no-brainer, but make sure it says roofing contractor in there. Okay. Keywords and business title. This is a little hard because unless your business actually says roofing in it, okay, so a lot of y'all have contracting companies or started out with a whole different type of company than what you have now. Okay. But let's say that your keyword that you're trying to get ranked for is College Station Roofing Company. It would be absolute best to have that as your name of your company. Okay. So I'm not telling you to go out and change the name, but there are these things in Texas, at least, that DBAs, doing business as, that you can go down for, I think it's like $40 here in Texas, that you can file a DBA. Then go set up your Google business profile. It's got to be legal, right? Because Google will look at that and they'll be like, this is not kosher. We're gonna kill this listing. Okay. So make sure if you do this, don't just add in your area. Don't just add in roofing, right? Into the business name. If you have a DBA, you have legal documentation for that, then do it. Okay. Number 3, proximity of address. We talked about this. The closer that you are to the people searching for your services, the better. Okay. Now, I have a buddy of mine that started up a roofing company in the South Chicago area. Okay. Southwest Chicago area. And when he started up his company, right, they were probably about a $300,000 company, roughly, in the first year. He and I got to talking, and I recommended to him that he move his office closest to his best neighborhood in his service area. He did that. They just got an office, spent $1,000 a month on a new office or whatever that it was. It wasn't fancy, but it was an office, something that they could use for, back then it was Google My Business. They're right now, I talked to him a couple of days ago, they're an $11 million company. They went overnight, $15,000 jobs to $100,000 jobs because guess what? The houses were bigger, right? Makes sense. If you can, move your office. Okay. Move it to your best, just outside of your best neighborhood in your service area. Number 4, physical address. You have to have a physical address nowadays. Google will not rank you as a service area business, especially if there are other roofing companies that have a physical address. They have an office. Okay. So get that office. Number 5, high rate of reviews. Okay. Meaning that you have a whole bunch of 4 and 5-star reviews. Okay. This is important. Again, this goes back to the trustworthiness part, okay, of the EAT formula. Number 6, additional categories. Google has all sorts of categories that you can add in there. Add all of your services in there. Don't just leave it at one. One of the first things that we do when we go in and optimize a Google business profile is we add all of their services as categories. Okay. It's important. Look at that. It's number 6 on this list. Number 7, high number of reviews. Okay. up here we said high rating of reviews, but if you have a high number of reviews, i.e., and we've audited thousands, right, of y'all's marketing, one of the things that we noticed is that the roofing companies that had 100 or more reviews on the Google business profile, guess what? We're the ones that were ranking. What do you think is important here, right? Make sure that you get a high number of reviews. Make sure that you get them on a steady basis. Number 8, having a verified Google business profile. Okay, go through the steps. Go through the hoops that Google makes, throws at you in order to verify your Google business profile. Nowadays, you will probably have to take a video of your office. You're going to have to take a video with you standing in front of your sign with your truck right next to it. You're going to have to show you that you have physical access to your office, that there's signage, all that kind of stuff, right? But go through that. It's important, and it's going to help you rank. Number 9, completeness of the Google business profile. Google has a lot of stuff, and they're always adding more things into this, right? Am I right, Ross? I see you nodding your head. Yeah, they are constantly adding things, so we have to constantly add things, and fill it out. Completeness of that profile is super important. Okay, and by the way, they even give you a little rating of how complete that your profile is nowadays, right? They didn't used to do that, but now they do, so you can actually see, okay, well, this is complete or not. Number 10, sustained influx of reviews over time, rather than bursts, right? A lot of y'all will remember to do it once a year and email out to your database, and you'll get 20, 30 reviews. The ones that are winning, the ones that are ranking on Google are the ones that are getting steady reviews every single week. If you do 5 roofs a week, you should be getting 2 to 3 new reviews every single week. Okay. Just recently, I looked at a roofing company in Florida that's been there for 100 years. They had 11 reviews. 100 years. They've been there 100 years and they only have 11 reviews, right? Something as simple as getting people to leave you a review or just clicking a 4 and 5 star, right, on Google, on your Google listing is that important. Okay. So place importance on that. Okay. So this is the top 10. All right. Next, let's talk about local organic, right? This is the organic area. Okay. These are the top 10 items that the top SEO companies in the world voted on. Okay. Number 1, having dedicated service plus location pages. Number 1, right? You're not going to rank for something that Google doesn't know that you do. So, and know what area that you serve. I've mentioned this. We look at a lot of roofing companies' websites. We meet with 4 to 5 of y'all every single week. We have audited a lot of these things. The ones that I've noticed that are not ranking, they're not even close to ranking, are the ones that have one web page on their entire site. Okay. One page sites are not good for Google. You have to have dedicated pages to your services. Number 2, internal linking across the entire website. This means that you have to link from one page to another, right? In the SEO world, we call these silos, right? Link silos, to where one page links to another page. Okay. Our software that we built that builds out all of those 400 pages does that automatically. Okay. Because it's important. Number 3, quality of inbound links to a domain, making sure again that you have quality links coming in. Okay. Go get that Better Business Bureau link. Go get that GAF link, right? Go get that link from RCAT or NRCA. Make sure that you have your Chamber of Commerce linking back to your website because it's important. Number 4, geographic keyword relevance of domain content. I can't stress this enough. It has to be relevant. You can't be blogging and talking about dogs if you're a roofing company. Okay. It's going to confuse Google. Keep it relevant to your industry. If you've got gutters and you want to rank for gutters, write about gutters. If you want to rank for roof repair, write the top 10 tips, top 10 things to know about repairing your roof. I got to go back to the geographic part of that too. Okay. So the geographic part of that, make sure that you do have those service plus location pages as well. Okay. Because the location that is the geographic part of that. Keywords in your landing page title. This is a no-brainer. This is the easiest thing to do. Make sure your keywords are there. There's so many websites that we go to that they're on their home page. Your home page should be either roofing contractor or roofing company in whatever area. Whatever is the most important area, the closest to your office, that title of that page should say that. You know how many of those that we go to the site and it just says home dash your company name? That doesn't tell Google where you're at. That doesn't tell them what you provide. That doesn't tell them your main category of what you should be ranking for. Okay. Number 6, quality of inbound links. Making sure, again, that those inbound links are high quality. Okay. If you notice, I've got 2 of these here, right? Quality of inbound links to domain and quality of inbound links, just general. All right. Just make sure that they're high quality. There are 2 spots here in the survey that they place importance on this. Topical keyword relevance across the entire website. Again, don't talk about dogs, right? Talk or cats, or if you're helping the Humane Society, cool. Talk about that in a blog, okay? But don't have it on every single page. You're going to confuse Google. All right. Number 8, volume of quality content on service pages. This is important now. In the past, what has it been? 6 months, right? Google started rolling out an algorithm change called helpful content. It's all about quality. It's all about how quality that your content is, right? If you put junk onto your page with a bunch of keyword stuffing, right? If you have a small amount of text, Google just isn't going to place importance on it. It's not helpful, right? It's not quality content in their eyes. Inside of each page, you should have obviously information that talks to the target audience, the homeowner, right? Visiting that page, you should have content that talks to their problem. If they're coming to a roof repair page, talk about how you help people with roof repair in whatever area. Also we like to add in FAQs when it comes to that. Frequently asked questions, add 10, 20 of those things. Google loves FAQs. Okay. Add in your project pictures, okay, of every time that you finish a job, right? Put that on that page. This all goes into quality content in Google's eyes, okay? Add in those blogs on that page that are relevant to that search, okay? Number 9, volume of quality content on entire website. It can't just be the service pages that have that. The entire website has to have quality content, okay? You need to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that you're not repeating the same thing over and over and over again on every single page. Make sure that you have, 1,000, 2,000 words on every page, okay? And make sure that it's written for users, the homeowners, and not for Google, okay? Another important part. Keyword and anchor text of inbound links to domain. It's kind of a no-brainer, but anytime that you link back from one website to another, make sure that you have some sort of relevance, giving Google context of what that link is all about. Okay. If you're linking to the roof repair page, make sure that the link, it says roof repair in College Station, Texas, and it links to the roof repair in College Station, Texas page. I think we've about come to the end. Remember, this is the 4R marketing system. Includes 4 pillars: reputation, reach, resell, and referral. Now, if you do not have a book in your hand, if you do not have my book in your hand, not just a book, my book, right? The Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. If you don't have this in your hand, go to go.roofingsites.com. We'll send you a copy of that for free. Number 2, if you want to do all this stuff yourself, I have a free course that you can sign up for. Just go to roofingsites.com/roofer-AI-SEO, or use the QR code or the link inside of the chat here that Ross is throwing in. This is a free course that I have put out there to help you rank on Google. Okay. Tells you exactly all the stuff that we went over today. It's all in there, except I also built some tools to help you do all of this stuff. Okay. Why did I do this? Again, I'm on a mission to double the size of 100 roofing companies. I think that if you get to a certain point in your business, I think that you should call us, okay? And let us take over all this stuff, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing all of this and ranking websites and getting leads in from Google, okay? All of it is a lot of work, and you as a business owner should not be doing that, okay? When you get to that point, do this right here. Go to roofingsites.com/schedule, right? And get into a strategy session with me. We'll go over, we'll audit. I know y'all hate the word audit. Okay. So we assess your marketing based off of our 4R marketing system checklist, all the things that we know that y'all need to be doing. Okay. Making sure that your website converts, make sure that you ranked on Google, make sure you ranked on in organic, make sure you ranked on maps. We do about an 80-point checklist, and we assess your marketing for you. And then we build a plan together in order to get you ranked on Google, get you dominating, get you more leads and sales, and double your business. That's what we do. Okay. So go to roofingsites.com/schedule to schedule a time with me. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Any questions about anything that we went over today? I know that we kept it pretty high level.
Hey, Chris, I did have a question. This is Pierre.
Hey, Pierre. Hey, how's it going?
Great. And thanks for putting that on a very clear, very concise and concise. So I appreciate that. I did wonder, is there an AI, I mean, in some of these programs that can answer or sort emails?
Sort emails.
Yeah. So if it's not going to answer them, I guess the second part is can it read through them and kind of put them in different email folders?
So I haven't found anything yet for that. I've tested a few things out and it didn't work quite as well. I believe that Microsoft and Google are working on that to create an executive assistant, essentially, right? For inboxes. I haven't been able to find anything. I tested several things out though, and nothing that I have found is close enough to do that, because I'm on the search for that type of thing as well.
The reason I asked was just because if you do connect all this, your influx of emails and leads can come in. So wondering, other than having somebody actually answer those emails, can it help direct and maybe sort through that?
So we do have a CRM that we've hooked up to an AI sales bot, right? It doesn't do the sorting. It doesn't do any of that kind of stuff, but it can reply to leads as they come in. And it can not only reply to them, it can help move them further into the sales funnel. Okay. And move them down the line. We've trained it to do appointment setting. Okay. So this is ours, by the way. And let me see. So for instance, I'll give you this AI sales bot basically hooks up to multi-channels. Okay. Email is one of those channels that it can do. But it hooks up to a chat feature that we put on our clients' websites. It also hooks up to text messages. It hooks up to Facebook direct messages. It hooks up to Instagram. It hooks up to Google Business Profile. What else does it do? SMS. So if someone sends you an SMS, it'll go back and forth. So I'll give you a little illustration of it real quick. I've talked with this before. I've illustrated this before, so it's already going to know my name here, hopefully, unless I've cleared my cookies, right? So I must have cleared my cookies, so it doesn't know exactly who I am. But this is talking to AI right now. Okay, it's going to say, we're going to give you a minute to assign you. We've trained it to wait a few seconds, so it doesn't look like it's an AI. It looks like a person. Okay, and it's going to come up and it's going to say, hey, this is Ashley with roofingsites.com. Right. We don't have an actual Ashley in our organization. That's just, we named our AI bot, or I did. I guess I named it. Ross, you didn't do that, but I decided Ashley sounds like a good name. Okay. So Ashley came back and said, hey, are you the owner or manager of a roofing company? Okay. And that's right here. And you can put qualifying questions in there. And so one of our qualifying questions is, we want to work with the owners. So we've got it asking that. So as you can see, as I go back and forth in here, it came back into the CRM. It's going to wait a few seconds and then it's going to reply on our behalf. I'm not doing this. The AI sales bot is doing this. It's responding for me. So we've trained it to go all the way through to actually setting an appointment, right, for us and for our clients. So if we've got a scheduler set up inside of the CRM, it will set up an appointment for you. Okay. And it's pretty cool. It's going to ask a few questions like, what's your phone number? What's your name? What's your email address? for y'all, we add in, what's your home address, right? They're going to need that in order to book that. So, okay. So she came back and said, great. Does your company have multiple employees? Yes, we have 15 employees, right? That's going to wait a few seconds. And we have it waiting a few seconds because we want to make sure that it seems human, right? AI can respond really, really quickly, and it would seem like a bot if we did that. Okay. Anyways, it'll go back and forth. I'm not going to take too much time on this, but it'll go back and forth and go all the way through to setting an appointment up, right, inside of our scheduler, because that's how we've trained it. The other part is that, you can ask, you can feed it frequently asked questions, and you can train it on your business. Okay. What services that you provide, what service area that you're in, those types of things, right? Just typically what people would ask, do you do roof repair, right? A lot of companies don't. So it might come back and say, well, we don't do roof repair. We do roof replacement. Okay. Is that something that you need? So here we go. Fantastic to help your business grow. Let's book a strategy session. Can I have your phone number and email address to get started? Sure. Phone number is 979. What's our phone number? 314-7067. And chris.hunter@roofingsites.com. So anyways, you can see, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but you can see it's pretty cool. It goes down through all of that. The software is trained using AI. It's using OpenAI specifically in the back end of everything to go through and do that qualification and set the appointment. Pretty cool stuff. We went over this on our AI webinar a few months ago. Go back into YouTube and go look through that. We gave a lot of really cool tools away for that as well, including how to create landing pages and blogs using AI. Okay. So any other, and that was a great question, Pierre. Thanks for that. Well, thank you all so much for showing up. Again, we'd love to help you. Go to our website at roofingsites.com to schedule that strategy session. If you need some help with your marketing, we would absolutely love to help you. If not, we do have the Roofer Marketing Academy as well that you can join and jump into if you have employees and or you do it yourself. We have all of the training SOPs, and we meet once a week with our group. In fact, I'm going to meet here in about an hour with them to go over whatever questions that they have for the week. Everyone's in different stages and are working on, let's say, their website or their SEO or any types of things like that. But basically, we're getting their marketing right, and getting them set up for success. Okay, so that is another way that you can work with us is our Roofer Marketing Academy. Ross put that into the link down in the bottom there. It's also at the bottom of our website. Go to roofingsites.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom. Roofer Marketing Academy is down there as one of the links down in what I call the junk drawer, which is our footer, right? So head on down there to get signed up with that if that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and jump off, and y'all have a great month. We'll be back next month with some more great information. Be sure to tune back in for that. All right. Appreciate it, y'all. Take care.